Hi everyone, it's LuLu here, coming to you live from Arezzo in Tuscany. I just wanted to pop in to do vlog number 15, and that is in relation to what is the being human experience about. So this is my understanding of what I worked out for myself and how I actually work with my clients and be in the world. So to me, my complete understanding of being human is to actually feel. We came here in a conscious choice, which I'll get into in another vlog coming up real soon, in relation to having the experience of being human. And again, coming back to that's about learning to feel. But with feelings and emotions, there's so much that can happen for you. In those first 3 to 7 years, as I discussed in my earlier vlogs, and if you haven't seen them, please go back. I had heaps and heaps of views on lots of them, which I want to say thank you so much for. But go back and really understand where the imprinting comes from about our behaviors. So in that first 3 to 7 years, if we haven't had parents or primary caregivers who are constantly there for us, who reassure us when something goes awry for us or we're feeling unsafe, if we're not held and guided consciously, we're not learning how to regulate those emotions, because there's this flood usually of adrenaline, all sorts of hormones, etc., that just charge through our body. And that can be really challenging to deal with for the first time, let alone as a little child, but also into adulthood. So those feelings that we get, those emotions that we get, once they can be regulated, you can move through them effortlessly and get on with the rest of your day or the rest of the experience that you're having. If not, you tend to get stuck in that hamster's wheel and start bringing up every single story of something similar that you've had that's stored in our subconscious mind. Remember, again, 500,000 times faster does that subconscious mind go and retrieve things and think than the conscious mind. So we have to be really present, aka my hashtag present, the inside job, to really grab those. So when you're having an experience and you have emotions come up, you're not sure what to do with them, or you've let yourself get to the point where you're so overwhelmed, my suggestion always, and it's something that I learned to do several decades ago, is to lean into it. Not to pull back, as most people do. Lean into it, as long as it's not life-threatening, right? We're going to use some critical thinking here. So by leaning in, I actually mean is to inquire into it. It's like, I wonder what you're teaching me. I wonder what you're showing me that I had to get to the point that it's so overwhelming or so uncomfortable or dysregulating that I actually paid attention to it, instead of being in unconscious mode, which so many people exist in this world on that autopilot. So many. It's not funny. What you can do in that moment when you're starting to get curious and lean into it, again, just ask it, what are you teaching me? What did I not see before? And that actually gives you the opportunity to chunk it down and see what it was teaching you. So for example, if you've had an experience of being really uncomfortable in something, leaning into it and going, okay, do I have to control this? This is something that I had experience of recently. Do I have to control this situation, or can I just actually sit back and observe it? And if you can choose to do that and be comfortable in the uncomfortable, I'm pretty sure that's called mastery. I'm pretty sure that it no longer has any power over you, and it's okay to actually be in that uncomfortable. So regulating those emotions is really important. But if we don't, we can get into the 4 F's, one of the 4 F's. So it's fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So fight obviously is to fight your way out of the situation, whether it's verbally or physically. Flight is to literally run, get out of there the quickest way possible. Freeze is to be so overwhelmed you physically cannot move. This often happens a lot in sexual assault cases. And fawn is where you actually take on the behavior of the perpetrator or the person you believe who is making you feel uncomfortable. So that's that whole disease to please, and I know it so well. I had a degree in it. But at the end of the day, those emotions are a part of the whole human experience, but not allowing it to run havoc and ruin your life is literally the goal. So it's acknowledge that you're having those feelings and emotions, lean into it with huge curiosity and find out what it's actually teaching you, and that's the part that you will process it all, and you'll get that whole, what we call bifurcation. You can have that aha moment, what it's actually teaching you, and then you can move on. So that's like next. But if you choose, as so many people, and I've been one of those so many people, to numb those feelings, or back in Australia we call it becoming an ostrich or an emu, so you stick your head in the sand and you pretend nothing's happening, and it's like so uncomfortable because you just pretend there's nothing going on, and you'll go about numbing yourself with alcohol, food, you'll look for gratification outside yourself, you'll become a huge people pleaser and try and have that person that's in your sphere of effect to have them like you or change the subject. And you can do that all you like, but I just want to let you know that those experiences are going to keep coming back to you, and they'll be much more painful the next time, because if you don't deal with it, it's really going to hurt you. There's a saying in NLP training that I did. There's three things that will transpire, and the universe whispers really quietly, so we need to be #present, the inside job, to really get it. And if you don't do that, you'll get that brick, so you'll get an experience that has a bit of pain, and if not, you'll get the bus. So I suggest strongly that you learn to lean into things and really get what they're teaching you. So the whole experience of being human is to learn and master your emotions, not be in denial of them, not numb them, but to learn to master them so you can move forward and become more conscious to what it is to feel in this experience. And I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you so much for my near 60 odd subscribers that I've got. I feel so genuinely humble and grateful that people have decided to tune in and watch and share my videos. So if you've done that, thank you so much. And if you haven't, please like, share and subscribe so we can get this out to more people, because that's what it's about. It's about paying it forward and sharing tools that really work for you. When I get back to Australia mid-July, I'd really love to do a live Q&A. So if you feel that there's something that you'd really like help with, just know that being so brave and believing in yourself enough, putting your hand up and asking the question, could help somebody else so much, not only yourself. So if you've got questions now, pop them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to keep a note of them, and then when I get back to Australia, I'll be able to do a live Q&A. Thank you so much. I'm off to explore. I hope you have a great evening or day wherever you are. Ciao.